So I live in Buffalo. This is a 33. This is my car that's been buried in all of this snow since last week. And this is outside my granny's house. A tree that's been there since my aunt was a child. Safe to say that it's a out there, right? Here go y'all cum goblins who don't even live in the city. Which, by the way, the Q-tip people are the last ones to ever talk about somebody stealing anything. Y'all wouldn't be in this country had it not been for y'all stealing it. So y'all are more focused on people looting and trying to get necessities and things that they need. And yes, a TV is a necessity thing. Then the people who are literally freezing to death in their own home, freezing to death outside because this city did not shut down the way it should have. Byron Brown want to get on here and talk about, we told y'all, we knew this was gonna happen, but why didn't you close businesses when you should have? Why you got everybody rushing home at noon when the storm is starting, and now people are literally dying in their cars because they can't see? And yeah, it was that bad. I went out like at 8 o'clock in the morning before it started, and by the time I got out of Wegmans, right, it was like maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock, and it was bad. And that was just the beginning of the storm. So if you don't live in Buffalo, even if you do live in Buffalo, you feel like you're better than because people are out here stealing, and you would never. First of all, if you are a Mayo monster, that is how your ancestors got everything, from stealing. People are out here trying to get toilet paper. People are out here trying to get, just small little food from Family fucking Dollar, and y'all gotta fuck capitalism. Steal everything that you need, babe. Because at the end of the day, this city continuously fails us whenever we have any type of emergency. Byron, do better, bitch.
Yeah, people have no clue how it was, but I disagree with you. Grown people knew they shouldn't have been out, and nobody is better, but people are looting.
This is such a privileged take because I don't think a lot of y'all understand. Like me personally, I work from home. I can afford to miss 6 months of work because I have savings, because I was afforded that because of my privilege. A lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck right now, especially because of inflation, how high grocery is. A lot of people couldn't even afford to prepare for this storm. And y'all are sitting here saying, oh, it's their fault they're dying? No, it's this city's fault for not helping people figure out. Like, one lady died in her car. She was literally a block from the fire department. Somebody else died in their home. People can loot as much as they want. And let me just ask y'all a psychological question right here, because I really want y'all to think. Do not respond until you actually think, if you can. Why are y'all so mad that people are stealing from billion-dollar businesses? Why are you mad that we, the small people, the poor people, we are very poor compared to these big businesses? Why are y'all mad that they maybe are going to lose $1,000 tonight? Maybe $10,000. They make more than that in a day. Capitalism is a disease.
Can I come rob you? Because it seems like all these people who want to excuse looting only want to excuse it for other people. They never want it to happen to themselves because it would be so unfortunate. And how dare somebody do this? Oh, it's not fair that this would happen to me because I'm such a good person. I pray. I make sure I donate. I do all these things that are important in the world. My karma, my chakra, my zodiac sign are supposed to protect me from people like this. You can rob the corporate companies because they have insurance. They're overpricing things. They don't care about poor people. Oh my God, it's so unfortunate that this would happen to me, even though I'm excusing looting because, oh, it's cold outside. People are having to deal with freezing temperatures. There's avalanches in Buffalo. There's circumstances that people don't have control over. People don't have enough money. So it's perfectly fine for people to steal things like a TV because in your Neanderthal mindset, a TV is more important than any basic necessity for anybody having to deal with a flash flood or a hard freezer warning. You are stupid individuals who try so hard to sound like you're Robin Hood, yet you just smoke crack like you just named Robin. I feel bad that people have to deal with situations that are out of their control. Truly, I do. It does not excuse you to start robbing people. And these weird advocates that pop up out of thin air saying, oh my God, well, can you give me a reason why you're so upset at all these people doing what they need to do to survive? Well, I'll tell you, look at all these stores that are packing up out of these low income communities because they're tired of getting robbed. Look at CVS, look at Walmart, look at Walgreens, look at the gas station that was looted, and then they had to say, you know what, we have to think about leaving this area because 10,000 X amount of people came in and one fat woman was looking for a sandwich as the store was getting vandalized. Look at the video I just uploaded a day ago, maybe 2 days ago, about a gas station having to hire armed security because they're tired of getting robbed.
Question for you, would this make you feel safe? Take a look. A security guard armed with a semi-automatic weapon. It's happening at a North Philly gas station. The owner coming up with the idea to scare off criminals. If you saw this, this is our go vote for tonight. Would you feel safer or uncomfortable. So right now the vote is 65% of you saying safer, 35% uncomfortable. So be sure to vote at fox29.com/go-vote. Shawnette, you spoke with the gas station owner who says this is needed to keep both his workers and customers safe.
Yeah, interesting listening to those numbers you just gave us, Sheba. So the store manager says that he had to do something more than call 911. And most customers, I'll tell you, that I talked to this evening on and off camera say that they support this, but there were a few who say they don't believe this is the right approach. Hired security strapped with AR-15s or shotguns, standing guard and walking the property of this North Philly gas station and convenience store.
This is supposed to be a city, right? And you got your kids walking around. Guns like this should be on the battlefield.
Corey Berry says she's on board with it.
If you're trying to get gas, you live in a bad area, and the only place is here, and they're getting robbed all the time, I mean, I support the owner.
Neil Patel is the manager of this Carco shop franchise at Broad and Clearfield.
We are tired from this all nonsense. Robbery, drug trafficking, racketings, all kind of hanging around all gangs.
He shared with me these videos of what has led up to this drastic response to crime at his business. Over the past few weeks, he says his store was trashed by young people, an ATM stolen out of the store, and he says his car was vandalized while parked at the store.
They're forcing us to hire the security, high-level security, state level. I am fearful for my safety of my employee as well as my nice neighborhood, all customers.
So 3 weeks ago, he hired the Pennsylvania site state agents.
We wear Kevlar. We are trained. My guys go to training every other week. They're proficient with this. They're proficient with their taser. They know the laws.
Andre Boyer is the chief of the company.
As a Pennsylvania state agent, that's what it says. The law tells us that we have a right to protect this property in any means necessary, and whatever force necessary to be used to protect it.
This man told employees he's against it. I asked Patel about it.
They feel like using guns, you know, when we have such a big problem with guns in the city, is not the right message.
And that's not a right, I understand that, but according to some people, violent people, they carry the gun. Then they're not afraid then, and this is the protection for neighborhood and the customers.
All right, so you heard him. He just said that people who are against this are concerned about the armed security, but they should be concerned about the bad guys who are out there carrying the guns. Meanwhile, Patel says that he's had a store there for about 20 years. He said the crime has gotten increasingly worse just over the past few years. And he tells me that in the past 3 weeks, he hasn't had any issues with the crime since bringing this company on.
And the people you talk to, Shawnette, I have this out on Twitter, and a lot of the comments are exactly what you got in response. This is where we are in the city. This is unfortunately what we need to do to keep our stores and our customers safe if we own a gas station.
And especially since you see everything that happened with this particular business owner. Shawnette, I just want to mention, too, just going back to our Go vote, when we came on the air, I think it was around 65% who said that it makes them feel safer. Now it's at 80%. Just during your report, it jumped up that high.
Wow.
All
Yeah,
right.
it is certainly a sight to see, but people say it is for their safety.
Yeah. All right, Shawnette, thank you very much.
You're excusing bad behavior, and you think just because business, it has money, and it's always going to have money, it'll cover everything. For the 19th millionth bazillionth time, insurance does not cover everything. I get it. The intro to business class was exciting. You met this fine looking gentleman or woman who's studying how to be a bank accountant, and they have all these ideas and you want to impress them because you want to have sex in your life. But understand, insurance does not cover everything. I'm still waiting for my FEMA check for Hurricane Katrina. I'm never gonna get it. So guess what? Boo hoo. If you're gonna sit there and try to stand the moral high ground and think, oh well, you can rob Walmart because they have security over the most mundane of items, guess what? You are able to get robbed because you have more than the next person. And when push comes to shove, if they really want it and you got it, they come and rob you. They come and get you out your savings, and you can't really say nothing because everybody's cold outside, everybody's suffering, and everybody got to make the ends meet. So guess what? The ends gonna meet like a motherfucker, and you probably gonna get robbed. And at that point, I don't feel bad for you, because if you advocate for one, you're going to be standing with the other. So subscribe to the channel. This has been another example from the doctor, professor, philanthropist, gynecologist, veterinarian, cafeteria lady with the big double D titties that serves you that slop on Mondays, professional dog walker, McDonald's protester, Burger King onion ring connoisseur, dildo expertise, bacon connoisseur, and the sexiest black man in existence, constantly teaching you peons on how to not be stupid on social media. And yes, at Shut Up Siri, and yes, advocating for stealing is stupid. And one more thing, just because I feel petty. I'm tired of people talking about the whites stole this entire land and they've all benefited from it. Listen, I've been a part of this heist for 23 years. I haven't seen anybody who's bitched about this for this long actually leave and stay gone. So unless we all gonna get up and give it back to the Native Americans, can we stop using this as a point? Because we all taking part in benefiting from the heist that we weren't even alive for.